So in this lecture, the practical class, I'll be making a contract which you will follow along. I'll tell you every specific thing as I've told you in the theory class just before it, that how the contract will be implemented and what will be there in the contract. So I'll start the contract. Let's start coding. We'll start with the pragma line. We'll start with the 0.6 or the 0.6 Solidity compiler version. Now we'll start with the contract. We'll keep the name as wallet. Okay, so now we'll firstly make somebody the owner who has created the wallet. So we'll put an address. It's a public owner. And now we'll make a constructor which will be called as soon as the deployment happens. And the owner will be given the address who has deployed it. We'll do it by message.sender. Next up, we'll make some data structures. We'll firstly make a payment data structure, like the structure of the payment, how it is. So in that there will be some amount and the timestamp, at what time it is like done. So let's see how to make it. We'll make a struct, let's say payment. Then let's say uint amount. We can call it as AMT. Next, uint timestamp. So we have created a struct of the payment type. Now, what we will do is that we'll put it into a mapping and we'll make another structure and we'll nest this mapping into that structure. So we'll create it like a struct, let's say balance. And then this will have the total balance. Total balance is basically how much that person, that address is having in total. So we'll say total. Next up, there will be some payment index. If you're doing a mapping, you need obviously a index or something to map to, a key basically. So that key can be a uint. So we will take it as uint and number of payment. So you can write it as numpay. Next, we'll put a mapping out here. So mapping, we'll be mapping from the numpay, which is the uint, to the payments data type, payment. We'll name it as, let's say, directly we can name it as payments. No need to make it public and all, though you can obviously make it, not a problem in that. Now balance. So in this wallet, how is it working? It is working as like you can see the deployment series out here. So you know that there are some addresses and some amounts with them. So now we'll be making almost the same thing. So every address has some balance. In the balance there is number of payments, like how much he has paid to or how much he has got from. So like that. So now let's actually make a mapping of the balance. So obviously the balance will be mapped to each account number. So we can say it as mapping, let's say address type to balance. Okay, sorry, I forgot to write the name. And make this visibility for now public. Let's call it balance record underscore record. Okay, so we are done with the mapping.